ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday, August 23, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash. The spokesperson for the Islamic Emirate Maulavi Zabihullah Mujahid has dismissed concerns raised by some countries suggesting the presence of foreign armed groups in Afghanistan. Zabihullah Mujahid rejected these claims and urged all parties spreading such worries not to make baseless attempts to destabilize Afghanistan. He added that there is no evidence to support these allegations and emphasized that instead of spreading unfounded claims, the existing security development in Afghanistan should be recognized as an opportunity and be supported. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce has announced extended border hours with Pakistan, 14 hours daily for export of fresh fruits and vegetables and 10 hours for other goods. Officials say the move made after consultations with the private sector aims to ease trade and prevent produce from spoiling. Here is a detailed story.
The Ministry of Industry and Commerce says that under an agreement between the Islamic Emirate and the private sector, fixed export hours have been set at the Torkham border crossing. The ministry spokesperson stated that 14 hours are reserved daily for fruit and vegetable exports to Pakistan, while 10 hours are allocated for other commercial goods.
As a result of consultative meetings and agreements between Emirate officials and the private sector, specific hours have been designated for exports through Torkham. According to this agreement, during the fresh fruit and vegetable export season, 14 hours per day have been allocated exclusively for exporting Afghanistan's fresh produce to Pakistan. Additionally, 10 separate hours have been designated for other export items. This decision aims to facilitate the export process, prevent agricultural products spoilage, and provide greater convenience for traders.
The Chamber of Agriculture and Livestock welcomed the move, urging the similar export hours be designated to other border ports across the country.
Afghanistan fruits and vegetables production this year is several times greater than in previous years. This is a very positive step and we welcome the government support. We hope that similar time allocations will be made for the Spin Buldak and Ghulam Khan routes as well. So the Afghanistan produce reach market on time, benefiting both traders and ensuring the farmers are fairly compensated for their efforts.
This comes after previous export arrangements where fruits and vegetables were transported alongside other goods, often delaying shipments and causing large quantities of products to spoil before reaching markets.
Overseas, Scotland's Prime Minister Hamza Yousaf has called on UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to convince Parliament to impose sanctions and halt arms sales to Israel over its war against Palestinians in Gaza. On his X account, Mr. Yousaf wrote that Netanyahu's actions in Gaza amount to genocide and a ground assault on Gaza City would only make the situation worse. The Information and Culture Directorate of Kandahar province says the border police at Ahmad Shah Baba International Airport prevented the smuggling of 139 historical coins. The directorate added that the coins dating from various historical periods were being smuggled by an individual to the United Arab Emirates. On the other hand, the Afghanistan Chambers of Commerce and Investment has urged India and Pakistan to reopen the Wagah port for Afghan traders. Officials say the 3-month closure has cut fruit exports to India, driving down prices. Afghan traders refer to the crossing as the cheapest and easiest route for fresh and dried fruits to reach Indian markets. More details in this report.
For nearly 3 months, India and Pakistan have kept the Wagah port closed to Afghan traders, blocking exports to Indian markets. The Afghanistan Chamber of Commerce and Investment says the closure has cost Afghan traders millions in losses and driven down fruit prices.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has repeatedly requested the foreign ministers of India and Pakistan to open this route for us, but it has not yet been opened. Efforts are ongoing, and we remain hopeful that both India and Pakistan will realize how important this route is for us and eventually reopen it.
Meanwhile, the Afghan Dry Fruit Traders Association in India states that with the Wagah port closed, Afghan fruits now take nearly a month to reach Indian markets via longer routes, thereby increasing transport costs. The association has urged Indian authorities to reopen the port soon.
We have also started our own efforts and are voicing this concern to the Indian government, hoping the route will be opened soon. This would benefit both Afghanistan and India, allowing our exports to India to increase.
Afghan traders warned that with the fruit harvest season approaching, the continued closure of the Wagah border by India and Pakistan could bring heavy losses to both exporters and farmers in Afghanistan. They say fresh and dry fruits may spoil before reaching Indian markets if the crossing remains shut.
The Wagah border route was used by Afghan traders to export fruit to the Indian market quickly and at low cost. In previous years, India was one of our best export destinations. Unfortunately, this corridor has been closed for the past 3 to 4 months, and our traders have been unable to export through it.
It was closed during a very critical time for us. The fruit harvest season in Afghanistan, we used to trade about $1 billion annually with India through this route. We must act swiftly to restore and reopen this vital trade path.
Following the April 22 attack on Indian soldiers in Jammu and Kashmir, an incident India blamed Pakistan, India and Pakistan shut the Wagah border, halting trade between the two countries. As a result, Afghan traders have also been barred from transporting their goods to Indian markets through this crossing.
Hundreds of Afghan families returned to the country through various border crossings on Friday. Officials say that 541 families via Torkham in Nangarhar, 93 via Spin Boldag in Kandahar, 141 via the Silk Road Bridge in Nimroz, and 918 families were returned via Islam Qala in Herat province. In addition, 1,471 returnees were provided with SIM cards, 807 families were transported to their home areas, and hundreds of households received humanitarian assistance. The construction of 2 projects, a campus road and a green area at Logar University worth 51 million Afghanis, was launched in the presence of Higher Education Minister Sheikh Nada Muhammad Nadeem. During the ceremony, the minister assured the provision of necessary facilities for students and urged them to focus on learning and enhancing their knowledge. 12 individuals, including women and children, were killed and 4 others were injured after a tractor fell into the Helmand River in the Panjwa area of Nawa district. The tractor carrying 30 passengers was traveling from Garmser to Nawa district to attend a wedding ceremony. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
Satu i pasro vino da shahidanu kur da